Now we will look at an overview of online social media. So social media is of different types. Different types of contents are getting generated on social media. One popular type of social media is social networks, which is Facebooks, Twitters, LinkedIn's, and networks like this falls into social network. But there are many different ways in which social media content is getting generated. For example, publish, which is the category of social media, which has Wikipedia and crowdsourced ways of creating content. There is also social games. There's also virtual world games. There are different types of content that are getting generated through these different types of social media services that are available. Here I have some examples of popular social networks of different categories. Different categories, I mean different types of contents are getting generated in these networks. For example, YouTube is one of the most popular video sharing service. Flickr, images. Foursquare, which is mostly the location-based services. LinkedIn, which is for professional connections. Facebook, a combination of many different types of content. Instagram, which is for images. Twitter is a microblog, which is short content. Google Plus, also a combination of different types of content. So if you look at this set of social networks that are available, social media services that are available, they are actually creating content in their networks of a particular category type. For example, Foursquare is only with respect to location. Their atomic level of information, so to say, is actually the location. The network is based on location. In LinkedIn, the network is based on the professional connections that we would like to have or we have. But this is more the traditional type of social networks. Whereas of late, there's been other types of social networks also that are getting more popular, which is in networks like Pinterest, which is one of the fastest growing social network, which has images as their base. Vine, Tumblr, Tinder, Whisper, Snapchat, WeChat. There are many other social networks which are getting popular. But these category of social networks are or can be categorized into things like ephemeral social networks, which are where the content is getting posted and it destroys by itself after some time. And there's also anonymous social networks like Whisper, where the content that you post is also anonymous, and who's posting the content is actually difficult to find in networks like Whisper. Right? These are different types of networks that are also getting more and more popular. This is not a comprehensive list of social media services that are available out there. There are about 215 or 220 popular social network services that are available now. I've captured here only some of them which are more popular, and I've also captured here only to show that the social media has different types of content that are getting generated on social network, and the popular ones in each of these categories. So today, even in this course, if you see, there are about 1,500 people who are interested in studying this course. The main reason for this is the proliferation of online social networks, online social media users. If you see here, just in India, 1 in every 13, or probably now it is getting lesser and lesser, 1 in probably 10 or 9 people are actually accessing social networks. And definitely this proliferation is because of proliferation of the mobile phones also. And this proliferation is one of the main reasons why the large content is getting generated in these social networks also. This slide, which is showing you what happens online in 60 seconds, is showing you how information is actually being pushed into these different networks in just 60 seconds. If you look at in 2013, Facebook had only 2.5 million posts in 60 seconds, whereas today they're talking about 3.5 million posts every 60 seconds. So that's only Facebook, right? So if you look at Twitter, in 60 seconds in 2013, they seem to be getting 278,000 posts, whereas today they're getting about 420,000 posts. So this large amount of content is getting generated on these networks. If you look at YouTube, they seem to have had 100 videos uploaded, 100 hours of video uploaded in every 60 seconds in 2013, whereas it's now 400 hours of video are getting uploaded on YouTube. So this just to give you a sense of how much of information is getting uploaded on this content, and what kind of information also, in terms of Google searches, in terms of Instagram photographs, WordPress posts, WhatsApp messages that are being shared, YouTube videos that are getting uploaded, emails sent. So this is to give you a relative understanding of information that is getting created on these social media services. And there's also this whole discussion about V's of online social media. There's also V's of data, big data, which is connected to this V's of online social media also. There's always a discussion about what are the number of V's that are available. So I'm going to discuss about the 4th and the 5th V also that is available. The first V is velocity. Velocity is the speed in which the data is actually getting generated on these networks. We just saw the amount of posts that are updated in every 60 seconds, which is to show you the speed in which the data is getting generated on these networks. Second V is actually variety. If you look at the slide that I had where different types of social networks examples, this actually shows you the variety of content that are getting generated on social networks. The third V, which is actually veracity, which is to see the confirmation, which is to find out whether an information that is posted on social media is legitimate or not, is actually very hard. Veracity is the third V, which is the first V is velocity, second V is what we talked about now is variety, the third V is veracity, and the fourth V is volume. Volume is the size of the content that is getting generated, which is very much connected to the velocity also, which is 400 hours of video is getting generated every 60 seconds on YouTube, which is also the space that much of space it's going to occupy, which is the reference to volume. The fifth way, which is more recently people have started talking about, is actually value. Values, you can have all these V's, volume, velocity, variety, and veracity, but if this content does not have any value, then it does not make any sense. So the fifth V is actually value. So the four V's to start with are volume, velocity, variety, veracity, and the fifth V is value. Now let's look at different social networks that are available there. And we're going to only look at some of the popular ones. These are the interesting social networks that are out there. First, let's look at Facebook. I'm assuming that many of you would have account in Facebook. This is how Facebook looks. This is my account. And the basic building blocks of Facebook, first is the feed that I get on my wall. These are the friends, my friends are posting the content, whatever they're posting. And there are, let me go to my account. This is my account. And if you look at it, the posts that I've done here, sometime yesterday that I did this post, which talks about 1,500 registrations for the online course. This is the text that I posted. I also have an image with it, and there are likes for the post. You can actually comment on the post, and you can actually share. So I'm meaning, even though some of these are very basic, I'm kind of just run this quickly so that we will actually reuse it as we go ahead in the course. So the basic building blocks are the post that you do. The post can be text, image, or video that you can upload, likes, comments, and shares. And the content that Facebook stores is actually in a graph format, which is, it stores all the content that is produced on Facebook in a graph. As a user, I create some content. I'm as a node in the graph, and then the content that I create is also as nodes, and there are edges between these nodes. And the friends, the other component in Facebook is actually friends. So the people that you're connected with, and there is an edge between two users, which is a friendship relationship. And Facebook is actually a bidirectional network. What does a bidirectional network mean? In this case, if I were to be friends with Amitabh Bachchan, I have to send a request and he has to actually accept it. That is bidirectional, which is there is a relationship between two people, only both of them agree to be friends on. I'll show you differences in other networks. How is it different? Okay, so that is Facebook. And of course, there are many other features in Facebook, which I'm not going to go in detail. My point here was only to say some basic building blocks, which we will actually use it later. And there's also pages in Facebook, which we will look at later in the course, which is pages that you're part of or you've liked. So in this case, I'm part of some pages, which is Antana Prerna, which is the entrepreneurship cell at IIIT Delhi. I'm also part of some groups. Some groups can be public, some groups can be actually private or closed. So these are different simple things that we will look at later in the course. Again, just to refresh, Facebook bidirectional content that are produced here are text, image, and video, which can be uploaded, likes, comments, and shares, pages and groups are the basic building blocks of Facebook. Now let's go to Twitter. As I said earlier in my lectures, Twitter is a unidirectional network, which is I can follow anybody on Twitter. I can follow Amitabh Bachchan, so I get to know what he is posting. And Twitter is a microblogging website. What does that mean? That means the content that is getting generated on Twitter is only 140 characters. It cannot be more than that. Whereas in Facebook, it can be a large text, as I showed you when I was going over Facebook. So in Facebook, we saw friends. Here it is followers and followings. So this is my account. I have 1,156 followers, which is people who are following me. When I post a content, 1,100 people are going to see it. 176, the following, are the people who are actually following whom I am following. Which is, if any of these 176 people post a content, I'm actually going to get that content, right? So I've done until now 1,470 tweets, 176 followings, 1,156 followers. Here, if you see this is my timeline, which is posts from any of the 176 people, and Twitter does a lot of promotional posts also here, which shows up. And there's also in notifications, which is basically any activities that you are related with. For example, if your tweet is getting retweeted, liked, or if anybody is actually following you, all of this information shows up on the notification. There is also hashtag. You saw one of the posts that I did on Facebook, which had hashtag PSOSM on NPTEL, which is the hashtag that I'm using for this class also. In case if anybody in the class is actually posting on social network, please add hashtag PSOSM on NPTEL. I have actually planned to collect this data and look at this data, how it is being used, if at all, if you're talking about it on social networks. Trends. Trends is something that Twitter made very popular, which is here. If you see Delhi trends, I've set it for Delhi. You can actually change it for other locations that you may be interested in. In this case, Mr. Robo on Infinity is something that is trending now. Modi foreign achievements, and these are all hashtags that are trending. There could be words which are not hashtag also. That is trending. Trending is from Delhi. These are the posts. These are the words or hashtags that are popular as of now. So that's what trending would mean. As we discussed on Facebook, we talked about likes, comments, and shares. In Twitter world, it is retweet, which is here. It is reply, that is here, and this is a likes. Twitter used to have this called favorite earlier, but now it is likes. Again, I'm going through only some of the basic things which we will actually look at while collecting data and analyzing. So Twitter is a unidirectional network. It's a microblogging site. The interactions that users could have is post text, image, video links, and things like that. Here it is reply, retweet, and like. And of course, we talked about hashtag also. Okay. So now let's look at the third social network. The first we did Facebook, which is kind of more interactions with friends, and it is a combination of many things, type of content. With Twitter, microblogging, and now we look at LinkedIn, which is more like a professional network. So this is how LinkedIn looks. LinkedIn basically works on connections. The term here is, in Facebook it is trends, in Twitter it is followers and followings, in LinkedIn it is more like connections. So here, I mean, you'll rarely find people posting on LinkedIn saying, I'm having a vacation in Kerala. So that's not the kind of post that people do. People here are more serious. They're going to talk about their job activities. They're actually looking for people. There's a lot of recruitment that goes on LinkedIn these days, right? So now let's look at a social network called Foursquare. Foursquare is primarily a location-based social network. This network is based on locations. Users go to a specific location and they do something called as check-in. Check-in is the basic function in Foursquare. Check-in like a check-in into the hotel, check-in into the airport. When you check in, the Foursquare system understands that you're in that location, and your friends get to know that you're on this location. This can be used for multiple ways. For example, the search that I have now on the screen, which is food in New Delhi, and it is showing me some restaurants that I could go to with the rating, and you can actually check into the restaurant. You can actually give a tip in a location which is saying the food is good and things like that. So that's the tip that you can leave. So that's Foursquare, again, building blocks as location-based networks. They have also built into this things about commenting, and there's also downs in Foursquare also, which is like comments in other social networks. Okay. So the ones that we're looking at, as I said, is only the popular ones that we're looking at. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare. Now this is Google Plus. I did the same post that I showed you on Facebook and Google Plus. In Google Plus, interestingly, they have the friends called as circles. So you actually add people into your circle and you get added to the circle. So that's what Google Plus is. Again, the same things like other networks. You can add text, images, you can add a link to the video, and here it's called plus one. This post, which is similar to likes in Facebook, similar to retweet in Twitter, and again in LinkedIn also it is like a post, and you can actually comment on LinkedIn also. That's what I wanted to actually talk about different networks. Now I'm actually showing you here in this slide the top 10 popular people on Facebook. Interestingly, all of them are either sports related people or music related people. This is Twitter, and number of followers in terms of popular accounts. Again, same trend as in Facebook. Here you get accounts which are related to sports or in music, except for Barack Obama. And terminology in terms of Twitter, tweet, retweet, as said, like I said, hashtag I said earlier, replies I said. One thing that I did not say before, which is called mention. Mention is when you do a post, you actually mention a person, like going to my, let me go to my Twitter account, and this is If I want to do, if I want to actually mention the Prime Minister, I can actually hashtag Narendra Modi and do a post. So this would basically have a notification to the handle Narendra Modi saying that some post has been done with his handle. YouTube is another popular video sharing website, as I said. Given that I understand majority of you would have used YouTube, I'm not going to do a detailed review of YouTube. Here again, you can do, you can upload a video, you can actually like a video, share a video, you can create a channel. People can subscribe to your channel. You can report a video as spam or malicious content. You can actually post comments to the video. So essentially many things that we talked about on Facebook can also be done. Facebook or other social networks can also be done on YouTube. Pinterest. Pinterest is another popular social network, which is one of the most fastest growing social networks, so to say, when it started, which is the first 1 million users came in quickly in Pinterest. So the basic building block of Pinterest is an image where I actually take a picture, post it in Pinterest. My friends get to see the pictures, and they're all attached to a boards. Boards is the basic way by which the images are connected. I already said about LinkedIn, Foursquare, Google+, Periscope. Periscope is another interesting social network where the basic building block is live streaming of videos. YouTube is more like you upload a video and it gets stored there. Here it is something that is uploaded in real time. It is live. Here is a simple example of Periscope.
Here we go! Okay. And we're up. We're on Koh Samet Island in Thailand. Hey guys! Sunrise from Cappadocia.
Live from Amsterdam! Da Piazza San Pietro.
We're in a village called Sipagat in Nepal.
Welcome to the moon live from Giuseppe Observatory.
There we go, that's the whole city.
They can use this in North Korea.
Okay, so this is the new damage that was found here.
And yet still people are getting on with life.
Live from planet Earth. Hope you enjoyed it.
So that's Periscope. Now let's look at another popular social network, which is Tinder, where it's mostly the left swipe and the right swipe are the activities that people do, which is to connect with people in a particular location. Given that, let's take if I'm traveling to Chennai and I want to find out, meet with people who are in Chennai who is very similar to my profile, I start looking at them on Tinder and I connect with them. That's the basic idea for Tinder. It's one of the very, very popular social network among youngsters now. Also, if you remember in one of my first few slides, I talked about different types of social network, which is traditional networks where I put in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all that. And then I talked about ephemeral social networks and anonymous social networks. So Whisper is one of the anonymous social networks where the content that is getting uploaded is actually anonymous. It is hard to find out who is posting it. So in the, now when you do it, this is the way that Whisper actually collates and puts the content: popular, latest, LOL, confessions, relationships, oh my god, military, and other topics. So here the idea is that you actually upload a content, but it's actually anonymous post. So now let's look at the difference between the reality and the perceptions on social media. Given that we have already discussed about what social media is, how much of data is getting generated on social media, what are the different popular networks, what are the building blocks of social networks, I thought it would be a good time to take a look at this video, which actually conveys the message, the content that is getting generated on social media. You should not believe them completely. That is, there is a difference between reality, what is happening, and the perceptions that you get out of the post that you see. So the idea here is that the things that he's posting on Facebook is very different from what he's actually doing. You saw that the post that he did about food. You saw that the post that he did about the presentation, that it went great while people were actually sleeping. Here he's actually posting that he just finished his run, whereas he's actually going on in his car. So that's the difference that I wanted to bring.